Day 2 of the 38th TESOL Greece International Convention. The second plenary presentation of the day has just finished. So we are delighted to have with us Adrian and Underhill.
Thank you.
Thank you very much for finding the time to talk to us.
My pleasure.
We have we have attended your presentation. It was challenging, it was fun, it was thought-provoking. It was about improvisation.
Yes, that's right.
And you were talking about the different strategies and the different techniques involved in teaching and how that resembles jazz. This sounded very creative and a lot of fun. I'm just wondering, how do parents perceive all these techniques relating to improvisation?
Well, I think we should start by saying that improvisation does not mean rushing flamboyantly around the room and swinging about like monkeys and jumping off things and doing drama necessarily. Improvisation is more just a very natural and creative response to what's happening. And parents need know nothing about this. There need be nothing particularly visible about improvisation, apart from the fact that there's clearly a good rapport, and clearly the students are engaged because what they are doing is somehow taken into the procedure and the process. So I don't think that improvisation needs to be something very visible, but I think it needs to be something that we teachers think about. There are probably other things that parents don't need to talk about that teachers should think about as well. Like, for example, teacher talking time and so on. These are important to us. So I don't think it's a frightening concept, and I don't mean it in the sense of something very dramatic, though that's possible. It's possible, sure.
Okay, thank you very much, Maria.
And moving on with improvisation, technology nowadays in classes is all over the place. Can we combine the two, or do you think that technology actually makes improvisation difficult?
I think it's a good question, and I don't know the answer to that. But there is still a teacher and a student involved, and therefore there is still an attitude that the teacher can allow of working with what happens. So there are responses to the technology. Things happen with the technology that one can respond to one way or another. And the teacher can perhaps bring a sense of working with what happens, a sense of improvisation, a sense of breaking some of the rather ordinary rules of response, or getting it wrong, or getting lost, or getting disappointed, and perhaps bring to the situation other and more interesting ways of responding to what happens. So I don't think it is excluded by the technology. Rather, the technology just brings another input, another dimension to it.
On a final note, what do you think about the convention?
Oh, well, what I think about the convention is that it's a lot of fun. Like I said earlier, I think it's a lovely thing to be with people who are learning, and it's a lovely thing to be with teachers who are learning, because not all teachers are, but the teachers who come to conventions like this are usually people who are wanting to learn more and are interested in learning. And it's always fun to be with people who are learning, because something happens.
That's absolutely true.
And that's just a lot of fun, and I'm sure the same is true in their classes as well.
And thank you for playing such a big part of in this.
It's been a great pleasure to be here.
Thank you very much for your time.